I get a lot of credit for breaking Minecraft, and there are plenty of ways that I've broken the game that have involved a lot of work on my part, but I do not deserve the credit for the discovery that I'll be showing off in today's video. On September 15th, I released a video titled "There are 131,072 broken Minecraft seeds." In a nutshell, the math that governs Minecraft's underground uses a 48-bit number, represented like this, to calculate where the underground elements go. But because Minecraft uses a 64-bit number to calculate just about everything else, that means there are 65,536 seeds that have identical cave system layouts to each other, while none of them have identical surfaces, since those surfaces use the 64-bit number instead. Before today, 2 broken 48-bit Minecraft seeds were known, which means there were 131,072 broken 64-bit seeds known. But what if I told you that it was recently discovered that there are a lot more than 2 broken 48-bit seeds? What if I told you there are actually 4,194,304 broken 48-bit seeds, which also means there are over 274 billion broken 64-bit seeds. Billion. Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Like I said before, I don't deserve the credit for today's discovery. Geosquare and Matthew do, both of whom I've linked in the description down below. So, shortly after I released the recent Broken Seeds video, these guys got in contact with me to inform me that there are far more than 2 broken 48-bit Minecraft seeds. Initially, I was skeptical, but they proved it. And not only did they prove it, they told me how they proved it, and they provided me with a 100 megabyte file documenting every single 48-bit broken Minecraft seed. Again, there's over 4 million of them. So let's break this down step by step. Alright, strap yourselves in. So, laid out in front of me is a grid of 16 by 16 tiles. I want you to picture that each of these are a Minecraft chunk that is about to be generated by the game. When Minecraft is trying to determine whether or not a cave, ravine, or mineshaft belongs in this chunk, it takes the world seed that you typed in initially and the position of that chunk, along with some really complex math, to generate a new number called a chunk seed. And each and every chunk in Minecraft gets its own unique chunk seed. Or at least, it's supposed to. Because the source code for Minecraft Java Edition is publicly available, since modders use it to make their mods anyway, and because Java's random utility function is also open source and publicly available, that means all of the math that goes into this is not only understood, but has already been reversed and manipulated. Let me explain. So, okay, we have our array of 16 by 16 block chunks, and this is the center point of the world. When Minecraft calculates the chunk seed that any given chunk will get, 2 sets of math involving multiplication are run for that chunk. One for the x-axis of that chunk, which I will now refer to as pre-x, and one for the z-axis, which I will call pre-z. Following that, in an oversimplified manner of speaking, pre-x and pre-z are added together internally to get the final chunk seed for that chunk, and this occurs for every single chunk in Minecraft. So, what's going wrong? Well, for the original broken Minecraft seeds, it was figured out that you can force either pre-x or pre-z to just equal 0. And what happens when 0 is involved in just multiplication? Well, the result is also 0. With that in mind, there's one more thing to understand. If you're traveling along one axis, the pre-number for the other axis doesn't change at all because that coordinate isn't changing while you're traveling. When I'm traveling along just the x-axis, my z-coordinate isn't changing at all, therefore pre-z doesn't change either. What that results in is this. Instead of the chunk seed changing for every single chunk in the game, we just get a row of numbers instead. Now let's also pretend that if any given chunk seed winds up equaling 0, that a cave will generate on that chunk. Well, now we have an entire row of 0 that goes from one world border all the way to another. But that only describes the original glitch. This new glitch, which I will now explain, is far more fascinating. So how does this new glitch work? Well, to make this easier, here's a clock starting at 12 o'clock. Again, keep in mind that everything I'm saying is grossly oversimplified as it is, but the principle is correct. So, when we generate our Minecraft world, the world seed is fed into an equation and spits out two numbers, one for pre-X and one for pre-Z. Let's pretend for a moment that the number we get ranges from 1 to 12 and that every time the clock strikes 12, we get a cave system for that chunk. The original glitched seed fundamentally forced the clock to stay at 12 o'clock and not move at all, which means there is always a cave system along the applicable direction. What Geosquare and Matthew have done is figured out a way to force this number to be whatever they want. So let's say instead of the number being 12 and getting a cave system for every single chunk, they want the number to be 6. Well, now, rather than there being a cave for every single chunk along a single direction, there's one every other chunk. If they force the number to be a 3, then we go from 12 o'clock to 3 to 6 to 9, and then back to 12 in an infinite loop. The numbers always infinitely loop, meaning we get a cave system every 4th chunk. And this is fundamentally how this glitch works. If I lost you anywhere along the line, don't worry. This took me hours to wrap my head around, so you might have to watch the video a few times. But there's one question remaining. Given everything that I just talked about, how are there 4,194,304 broken 48-bit Minecraft seeds? Well, think about this. It was discovered by Geosquare and Matthew that not only are there 2 seeds that repeat their caves every chunk, but there's also 2 seeds that repeat their caves every other chunk. Then there's 4 seeds that repeat every 4 chunks, 8 that repeat every 8 chunks, and so on and so forth for the most part. When we reach 2,097,152 chunks, there's no point in going any further. Why is there no point in going any further? Well, from one world border to another, there's only 60 million blocks, and the highest repeating seeds that I have repeat every 33.5 million blocks. If we were to double that number again, then there's no possible way that we could ever see the repetition within a vanilla Minecraft world ever. But you know what? Just to blow your mind a little more, technically speaking, every single seed in Minecraft is technically broken, but the repetition on most Minecraft seeds is 2 to the 48th power of chunks apart. So that is our final answer. So hang on, the video's not over yet. I'm saving the best for last. But before I do that, if you enjoyed this video and you enjoy my breaking Minecraft content, I wanted to let you know that at Minecon Earth 2018, I was given the opportunity to put out a 30-minute breaking Minecraft panel where I cover all sorts of things in the breaking Minecraft realm, including the Farlands, the original broken Minecraft seed, and so many more things in between. So if you want 30 more minutes of content today, be sure to check out that video after this video is over. So that's it, right? When we multiply 4,194,304 by 65,536 to get all of the possible 64-bit variations, we get a number over 274 billion. Well, to end off this video, I want to ask one more question. Since we can get caves repeating along one axis, can we get caves repeating along both of them for every chunk at the same time? For the most part, in a way that would matter, the answer is no. But that doesn't mean we can't force it. Yeah, what you see in front of you is for another video that I'll make in the near future. For now, that just about does it. So much work went into making this video happen, so if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, especially this time, because it would really help out myself, the channel, and the video quite a lot. And I also want you guys to give props to Matthew and Geosquare on my Discord server at discord.gg/AntVenom. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.